Konnichiwa everyone, Margaret and Etsuko here, and we have decided to make something that's very traditional Japanese, but you can find it in other countries in Southeast Asia, and it is called Oden. Am I saying that right? Or is
Oden.
It Oden. Oden. And it's spelled O-D-E-N, and it's a very traditional winter food. Since it's chilly outside, we wanted to make something. So I had this when I was in Amoksa, where we went to a place that was very popular for it. It was sort of like an izakaya, so you could get little grilled things, but then they also had these huge pots in front and would keep the broth and then various vegetables and meats just kind of slow cooking. So it's almost like a crock pot, I guess you would say, of Japanese vegetables and meats and things, and then you would choose what you wanted, and you got this huge, delicious, hearty bowl of soup. So we're gonna try to make it today.
Right.
We've cheated on a couple of things, but not really on others. So I guess first, traditionally, you would make this soup. You would make the soup broth, right? So
First.
yeah, so just to say, in Japan they cheat just like we do, and have soup bases like we have chicken stock or beef broth.
Right.
So traditionally though, we would use...
Right, this kombu is dry, and then put the, this is kind of small, but they usually have a big bag of bonito flakes. And then you put a bunch of this one, and then slice of this one, and then boil it.
Okay.
And then get the flavor out, and then drain those. And then that will be a basic of the soup.
Okay,
And
this
then
is a seaweed?
This is a kombu, which
Kombu.
is, it's specifically, it's a different kind of seaweed than making sushi seaweed.
Okay.
This is specifically making those kind of soup broth.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna cheat. And today, you can buy something like this at the Asian grocery store in even America. It's a Oden. And then if you open this, it's inside, there's a little magic packet.
Okay, and then we just mix with water.
Right,
Okay,
right.
perfect.
So that's what we're gonna do today.
So yes, so we bought this in Atlanta. Do we have this locally?
Yes,
Depends on the
probably.
season.
We do probably have at the
Asian.
Asian grocery store sometime, especially winter time.
Yeah, Asian food and gifts, and I'll double check with him on that. So kind of I'm gonna sort of bring this forward. The cooking directions are: cut all fish cakes into 2 to 4 pieces, mix soup base with 4 to 5 cups of water, bring to a boil, add fish cakes, and cook on medium heat for 5 to 10 minutes. So that was easy enough. Tell me a little bit about what you think some of these things are.
Well, pretty much it's all fish cake.
Fish cake. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's pretty much all fish cake. So it just color is different and shape is a little different, and then
And this one looks fried.
the one is a little bit more fishier than the other, that sort of things. But we wanted to have a little bit more variety today.
Sure.
So we add this one has a squid in it.
Ikamaki.
Yeah, ikamaki, squid flavor, or I
Oh,
hope
fried fish.
yeah, real squid inside.
Oh, okay.
And then this one is octopus.
Ah, okay. Taco. Yes.
The taco octopus in it. And then this is gobo.
Gobo.
Gobo, which
burdock
is burdock
Burdock
root inside. So we are gonna put this on top of that, add those. And as for vegetable, what we're gonna put?
So this is daikon radish.
Daikon.
And then
Always daikon is good. And I already actually you kind of cut. What is it called?
slice a big
Kind of
chunk. Yeah.
Right, and then you cook it. And then I also like to put the boiled egg.
Boiled egg. Okay.
And sometimes I'll put the chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I put
Okay.
the dark chicken.
Dark
Well, I
meat.
mean, you can do the white meat too, but I like dark meat.
Would you put with bones as well?
So
or just
no, I don't put the bone.
Okay, so
yeah,
boneless.
that's just for my preference.
Sure.
Because I can get more protein.
Okay.
But I don't think they do that much in Japan. That's for the chicken. But this one definitely be in there in Japan.
So this is something that, as a Westerner, I had never heard of until I went actually to Kobe. And this is something that they give you a lot with Kobe beef. It's called Konyaku. It's spelled Konjack, or just Cu, cognac. but it's a plant base, and
Right.
it's a lot of this is based as a diet food because it has 0 calories. You may have seen this. They've started making the noodles.
No,
for
that's
for
the wrong information.
Oh, is
It's
it?
got the 5 calories.
Oh, I'm sorry. It has 5 calories. 5 calories.
5 calories.
But it's they now have started making noodles out of this if you're
Right.
wanting a more healthy alternative
Right.
to a starch-filled noodle. And in Kobe, when they cut up your piece of steak, you also get a piece of this gray stuff, which it's a different texture. It's very heavy. It really doesn't have a lot of flavor.
No.
I don't want to call it like tofu, but it does absorb the flavor
It's
like a
more
tofu.
chewy than
Yeah, it's
tofu,
really chewy.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's more for their texture than taste, I think.
But interestingly enough, this plant also is the one that makes the Konyaku sponges,
Right.
which are huge right now in Japanese and Korean beauty culture
Right.
because of their exfoliating power.
Right.
And we do have those in the store from time to time. We're currently sadly out. But yeah, so it's just an interesting vegetable that we really don't have here. So I'm excited to have this
We're gonna
in
do
the
that.
soup. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we eat, well, I mean, we can talk about the
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, and
later.
then we'll do
Yeah.
that later. So
Yeah.
basically, what we're gonna do is pause for a minute, get ourselves back together, and we'll start with some broth. So thank you so much. Okay, everyone. So we're back. We've got a little bit out. So we've got our fish cakes here. We found our soup mix here. I did want to mention with the konyaku, we actually found what we were talking about. This is called Shirataki Noodles. And so this is the konyaku, and this one is a fettuccine, and there's an angel hair. We just wanted to show you these because Etsuko had them in her fridge. She bought them at a keto market, but you can buy them at Publix. So there's that. And the difference between the colors, there's the white and the dark. The dark is going to have a seaweed powder in it, which gives it that color. And I was going to let you talk about what things you've done here.
Well, all I did was I just cut it half so you guys can look at it. This is the one that had octopus in it, and this one had a squid on the middle, and then this one had a burdock on the middle. And this is daikon, that's how I cut it. All I did was cut, and then you gotta peel the skin. But then also I just cut the edge off, so make it looks a little bit fancier when you cook. Looks a little bit nicer. You don't have to do that at all.
Perfect. And then we've got our thing here, and then this is going to be a beautiful pot that is Etsuko's, and she uses this throughout the winter, and it's well loved. We're hoping to get these in the store. Remind me the name of this again?
It's called donabe.
Donabe. So tell us a little bit about how you utilize that in
I can cook anything in here, like any soup dishes, or even udon or soba, or of course oden. And this make my life easier because I can make a whole family amount of the udon here, cook in the stove and bring it to the table, and everybody get it. It's kind of party style. So of course oden is kind of party style too. You can do that with the friends and family and stuff like that, when normal time.
Sure.
Winter time,
Perfect. Well, the other example is something that looks like this, which is, again, sort of our version of a crock pot. So we would have soup in here, and then would you just divide it?
Right, so this divider, you can use it or you don't have to, but you can have one part like an egg and daikon and konyaku and then all other mashed fish product.
Okay.
And then, just like you said, when you order, hey, I want to have this and that, and it's easier for the host to get it and then have it.
Yes, so this one's just a little one that's more personal for your house, but there are also huge ones, and then again, there are ginormous ones in the 7-Eleven as well. Right now at this time, because they're getting lots of snow. So, all right, we're gonna get the broth started.
Yep. It's almost better not to cut it because
it'll fall out.
Yeah, it gets so messy. So that. And hold on. problem is Oden smell. So since this is already I made up dashi.
All right, everyone, so here we are. We have our heat on. We've added our fish cake, our daikon, which is here, boiled eggs there, a little more konyaku, and we just need to wait for this to simmer. Okay, everyone, so we have our soup, which is starting to boil. Now, technically, because again, we've cheated a little bit with the fresh cakes already being cooked and everything, we also cheated because last night Etsuko made the daikon. And so how did you make that last night?
Well, actually, I put made a dashi, chili dashi, and then cut the daikon just like I said.
Sure.
And then put it in there, and then slow heat, and then kind of long time. Just daikon need a little time to get the really flavor absorbing.
Yeah, sure.
And it's help if you put the uncooked rice in there. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Just a little bit, maybe 1 tablespoon. Okay. And then that helped soften the daikon.
Okay, perfect. And then by a little bit, do you mean like an hour, 2 hours?
Daikon?
Yeah, for the daikon.
I cooked like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay,
or
so
longer. But
really
it's a low
when it's
heat.
soft with low heat. Right.
Yeah.
So more of a simmer than a boil.
Right.
Perfect. And then, so yeah, we're just kind of waiting for our soup to heat up. Yep. So one of the side accompaniments of this is going to be some hot, which of course, so we have some hot mustard here because I left the squirt mustard at home. So we're going to try this and see how it works.
Yeah, let's see. Just this is, you don't have to have it, but just like some people like wasabi for sushi. This is same thing, karashi for the oden. Some people like a little bit kick to it. So usually I use already made one for the those things in a tube, but this is actually authentic. Authentic. Sure, so perfect. I don't know this amount. Okay. And I'm gonna just put a little.
About a tablespoon and about a fourth of a teaspoon of water.
And then.
And so would this be something that when we sit down to eat, we'll just kind of drizzle over, or does it specifically?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put side of the dish plate, and then as if you want it, you scoop a little bit with a chopstick and put it on top of your food.
And then you eat it. Okay, perfect. All right, great. Well, that was easy. So we've got that going, and yeah, we'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Oh. So as you can see, we got called on the computer and lost track of time, but our soup has been going for about 25-30 minutes.
Yep.
And you can see how the fish cakes have swollen up. The konyaku looks great. Soup is bubbling. We're ready. So here is my soup. I'm so excited. And of course, I have some delicious sake. And there we are with our soup. And Miss Etsuko's gonna try. All right, everyone. We're gonna take this off because Etsuko and I are in each other's circle. And do a little kanpai. Yay! Delicious. Ooh.
Yeah, citrusy.
Citrusy, definitely. So we actually did not have sake. Instead, this is a shochu. So
citrus shochu.
Citrus shochu. So yeah, perfect. Well, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
And see what we've got here. So yeah, Oden is a very dense soup. So
ooh, this karashi is hot. Be careful.
Oh, it's hot?
Ooh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Clean your nostrils.
Wow, it's better than 2-1 because you make it from powder.
Really?
Yeah, it's make it strong. Ooh, it's spicy.
I'm gonna dab a little bit of that off there. Then.
I got my octopus one. What do you got? What do you got?
Actually, it is hot. I definitely like wasabi like that, and I can breathe. I just ate my konyaku. It was really nice.
This octopus one is really good too.
This is a good little set here. So is it more, because I noticed you didn't give me much soup, is it more eating the things out of the soup, or should I get a spoon?
Yeah, soup is for cooking. It's a flavor, so you usually eat the thing. But like my husband like to put the rice in the soup and then let rice soak up the soup and eat.
And eats the rice.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
he likes that way a lot.
This fell in the mustard. It's really good though. So this is the burdock root. And for those of you who don't know, and I would have never picked this up at the grocery store, it's these really long, thin sticks that look like Pinocchio noses. And but it's something that
it looks ugly too.
It does, but it's delicious and one of my favorite side dishes in Japan. So normally, how do you cook it? You cut it up and
I cut it up. Sometimes I cut it really small and then put it in a soup, or I saute it. Or I cook with tofu.
I think the one that you've made me is the one with tofu.
No, kimpira gobo. I made it with carrot for you.
Carrot. It was really nice. Again, not a lot of strong flavor.
It's got a just right flavor.
Yeah.
Just such a good umami, I think, to me. Just make dish so good. And I like to put in the soup a lot, miso soup.
Boy, that one's a strong fish cake.
That one? Oh, I didn't get that one.
And the square one?
The round one's good.
Yeah.
The one on the middle. That's really good.
And then this is a big... Is it supposed to look like an octopus? Kind of? The way they cook it?
Somehow yours doesn't look like it. It's supposed to.
Oh, good.
And that one is a less fishy, right?
It is less fishy. Very good. So yeah, so we're gonna finish up, have our delicious lunch. Oh, and just to let you know, Etsuko already had boiled the eggs before she put them in the soup. So they just gained a little color from boiling. So we're just continuing on with some bites of our soup. And one of the things Etsuko had mentioned is that Itsuko is going to come and have come by, and she wants to give her something for dinner. So apparently with this soup, you just let it sit for...
Yeah, so this... I'm gonna keep this one in this soup and then let it sit for a day or two. And every day, as long as you wait, it tastes flavorful, more, deeper and more absorbed and tastes better, I think.
And then so, like at an Oden restaurant, you would keep the same kind
soup.
of broth going on?
Right.
Okay.
And then when you just every day you add it more fresh vegetable, maybe water and stuff like that. But then you don't throw away because just all those umami come out from the vegetable and everything stay in that, sauce. So
yeah. You mean they don't use the umami from Trader Joe's?
No. MSG.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you. That's really interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.